Hi, welcome to the Anxiety Doesn't Own Me podcast. My name is Emmanuel Isaacson, and I'm here to help you to heal your anxiety naturally. On today's episode, what we'll be discussing is about forgiveness, why it is important, and how do we forgive. Forgiveness, what it will bring us, it's something that will bring us some peace. Because right now we're dealing with anxiety where our sympathetic nervous system had just went haywire. Our mind and our body is not calm. We're stressed. We have a lot of pressure and the sympathetic nervous system is not operating correctly. So we are all over the place. Our emotions are all over the place. And forgiveness, what this brings, it brings peace. It brings us calmness. It lets us go of things that we hold a grudge on ourselves, on other people, on situations that we have regret on. Or why didn't I do this? I should have done this. Or why am I experiencing an anxiety disorder? I don't want to live like this anymore. Or why did this happen to me when I was younger? Or right now, why did this happen to me? The most recent event that was very hard for you to deal with. And what forgiveness does, it helps you to bring peace. It brings you that you let go of whatever is controlling you. Now, some people say that I don't want to forgive the person. I don't want to forgive what they did to me, or it's hard for them to forgive whatever they did. It's so hard on them to forgive themselves because of the situation or whatever they did. But the thing we need to ask ourselves is two things. Whenever it's a different person and we don't want to forgive them, the only thing that's hurting us is that they don't really care of what happened, really. It's us more. And that's putting a lot of hurt and pain and stress and pressure on us that we don't need. So it's affecting us more than it is affecting them. So in a way, even though they hurt us in a very bad way, and I'm not saying that it's right what they did, absolutely not. But at the same time, we have to forgive for ourselves so that we can feel better, so that we can be at peace, so that they can stop controlling us. Because whenever we don't forgive them and we're mad at them and we're angry at them, and every time we see them, it stirs up this whole entire thing. What it does basically is that it creates more anxiety and it creates more anger, and they are basically controlling how we live. So is it worth it for them to be able to control us? It's not. And of course, this does take time, but we need to get to that point of healing ourselves and feeling better and forgiving so that we could feel better and let go and live our life the way we want to and not let other people control us. And whenever it comes to ourselves, for example, and it's hard for us to forgive what we've done, what can we say over there? What we can say over there is like, you know what? I did make a mistake. You know what? I did mess up. If it was to somebody else, let's say, for example, you did something bad to somebody else and you feel really bad, or you did it for yourself. What you could do to somebody else is tell them, hey, I do apologize for what I have done. I didn't mean to, and I was in a different place, and I do apologize, and I really do care about you. And you can also say that to yourself. So you know what? I did mess up. I did make a mistake. I'm only human. And even though, let's say, for example, besides hurting ourselves, we are also hard on ourselves. For example, that why am I dealing with anxiety? Why do I need to deal with this? This really sucks. I hate this. No, say to yourself, you know what? I forgive myself. And I know this sounds weird, but I forgive myself for going through an anxiety disorder. I forgive myself for experiencing this. It is okay that I am experiencing this. This is going to build me in a certain way because I'm going to discover whatever is bothering me and why I've been so affected by anxiety and be able to heal that finally so that I can live a more healthier life by my mindset being healthier. So we need the forgiveness in order for us to let go and feel happier and be at peace so that we can start healing ourselves. And that is kind of the first step, really, in starting to heal ourselves whenever we start learning to forgive other people and ourselves, regardless of the situation. I know that is very hard. I know that is very hard, but again, you got to think about it in a way of like, do I let them control me of whatever they did to me? Or do I let, whatever the situation was that I made a mistake control me? What can I do in order to start feeling better? Because that's what we want to be. That's where we want to get to, is to start feeling at peace. And the first step that we need to do is start to forgive. And this is the healing process so that we can get to that point of being anxiety free. So this is why it is important to forgive ourselves and to forgive other people. Now, the question is, how do we forgive other people and how do we forgive ourselves so that we can start moving forward? How can we do that? Well, let's take it for an external standpoint, and that we can apply to ourselves. So with an external standpoint of somebody hurting you or a situation that has happened that was a very negative situation towards you, what we could do is say in our own mind to ourselves that I forgive this person, I forgive whatever happened. That's going to take some time to internalize. And tell yourself, this is what you need to speak to yourself and tell yourself, I no longer desire them to control me, to have control over my life. They are not as affected as I am right now. So why give them the satisfaction and letting them control even more of my life? So what I'm doing is I am letting go. I am forgiving. This is what you're telling yourself. I am forgiving that person. I am forgiving that situation of whatever happened. That's what I am doing. I forgive you. You can close your eyes and picture that person in front of you. And again, you don't have to go to that person and tell them this, or her. You don't have to tell them this. You can just say it in your own mind. I forgive you. Just those words. Now, of course, you're not going to feel amazing right after that. But what it does is that it opens up and starts the healing process. And then later on, whenever you go and however your healing process is, you can start healing it much easier because, again, you are starting to let go. You're letting the mind know, okay, we are letting go of the situation. Now, whenever it comes to ourselves, what we can do is tell ourselves the same thing. I forgive you. It's okay to make a mistake. We are only human. We cannot be perfect. We are not deliberately trying to hurt ourselves. That's not what we want to do. We do not want to make mistakes, but it is okay that I have made a mistake. There is nothing wrong. It's okay that I am struggling with anxiety. There's nothing wrong with it. Yes, I will get to that point of wherever I'll be anxiety free, but at the same time, it is okay if I have failed. It is okay that I've made a mistake. It is okay if I acted in a certain way. I am only human and I'm trying my best to improve myself every single day. And that is okay if I fail. I forgive you. So what you're doing is that you are giving yourself compassion. You are giving yourself peace because you are letting go. And that's going to help you with your anxiety. That's going to help you to calm down your anxiety because you are no longer putting pressure on yourself to meet a certain demand that is impossible. And also, you are also, whenever it's a different person that has hurt you, that has done bad towards you, is that what it does, it's that you're starting to let go and getting your focus off that person, off that situation, and onto something else. And trust me, it is much better to look at it in a way, and it's definitely hard. I always say this, it's not an easy thing, but it's definitely worth it to start looking at it in a more healthier way and healing ourselves to start feeling better, because that is our goal. I hope you guys liked this episode. If you did, please click the like button and please leave a 5-star review. And if you think someone can benefit from this, please share with them. And again, my mission in this world is to help people to heal their anxiety naturally. Take care, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.